Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today we're doing our goals check-in now that we are halfway through 2024. This will be super quick. I'm just going to talk about the goals that I set at the beginning of the year and if I've accomplished them, if I've made progress, if the goals have changed at all that fun stuff. So first is to start using Notion for content planning, which I actually started at the end of 2023 and have been doing since. I love it. I feel like Notion is really great for type A people who like lists and calendars and deadlines and things like that. It has been super helpful. My next goal was to start doing monthly stats, which I have been doing, and I actually really like seeing the breakdown month to month. I have a page in my spreadsheet that is dedicated specifically to breaking down my monthly stats, and that has been really helpful as well. Next is reading down my shelves and reading at least 6 books from my physical shelves each month. So I was doing that at the beginning of the year. However, with focusing on that, I haven't been reading much on Libby, KU, and other digital platforms. So I did that for the first 6 months. I would read 5 or 6 books from my own shelves, but now I'm going to cut that down probably to about 2 or 3 and start reading things that I have on my ebook so that that's not piling up as well. I have done really well with that though, so I feel pretty good about it. My reading goal for the year that I set on StoryGraph was 60. At the time of filming, I'm at 43, so doing pretty well. We'll definitely pass that. Next was to reread and complete the Ending Fire trilogy by Sarah El-Arifi. So I had read the first 2 books, and now that I have an arc of the 3rd book, I'm currently reading The Final Strife. I will go into the battle drum and finish the series with the Ending Fire. I'm really excited about this. I really hope that I like this last book. But being back in this world, I'm having such a fun time. I'm having such a fun time being back in this world, and this is the first time that I've reread a book that I annotated. And that's really fun to see all of my thoughts as I was going through all of these things the first time around and didn't know what was happening. And now that I know what's coming in the next 2 books, I'm seeing the foreshadowing, I'm seeing the little Easter eggs, and it's really fun connecting all of those, so I'm doing well on that as well. Next, I want to complete the African Immortal series by Tanana Reid-Dew. So I have read the first 2 books during my last 2 rounds of Black Halloween, and there are 2 books left and I need to finish it, but these books are very long. The audiobooks tend to be 24 hours plus, and so I don't necessarily want to read them back to back, so I think I'm gonna put them on my TBRs for August and October. That way I have a little bit of space in between, and even though I'm not necessarily reading it to count towards Black Halloween because I plan on doing Noir Apothecary, I think it'll be nice to have this sort of paranormal thriller to read in between the cozy mysteries, especially because cozies are so hit or miss for me, but for whatever reason I decided that I really wanted to do Noir Apothecary this year, so I think it'll be good to have that last book for October, and I want to get to the 3rd one before that so that I have a little bit of time in between. Another goal was to start doing monthly resets, which I have been doing. I think I only missed June because I just didn't have time for it. And for me, they're different every month. It just depends on what I have going on or what I need to get done and what's going on in my life at that time. And I find them really fun. I also really love watching other people's resets, so this has been pretty fun and I'm probably gonna keep doing them. And my last goal was to do quarterly series check-ins, and I have been keeping up with those. I've been doing okay. I haven't been starting too many, which honestly is how we tend to end up in the middle of like 50 different ones. And so because I had been reading my physical shelves, I had just been completing things or continuing on with things that I had started. And so that was helpful. And I think that at some point, I will do like a month where I'm just like, time to catch up on these series. So I think that'll be fun, but I feel pretty good about where I am with series this year. So that is my goal check-in for 2024. I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Only 1 or 2 of the goals I hadn't actually started yet, but easy fixes. I have a plan, so I think we're gonna be good. I'm not throwing any of them completely out of the window, which is also good. But let me know how you're doing on your goals this year, if you've had to get rid of a goal altogether because it's just no longer a priority, if you've accomplished any, if you're still working on some, let me know. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.